I have played the Metaphor ReFantazio demo for 15 hours over the last 2 weeks. Now, according to in-game, I think it's a little bit less. I think it shows rate at 12 hours if I come here to save. Record my journey at 12 hours. The demo says, or the reviews on the demo say, it's roughly a 6 to 8 hour demo. Here I am at 12 to 15 hours, approximately double what you would think. Why am I this far? Well, let me share with you why I love this game. Why am I double the length? Because I love this game. I'm stopping here because the demo ends once I go through this door. But I am just having so much fun. I mean, look at my party here, right? They're at level 20. Well, I don't know what level your characters are going to be at, but I bet you could clear this demo at level 9, probably like around level 9. So level 20 is pretty high. I have maxed out multiple of my, let's go to my equipment, I think. I have mastered multiple classes. At least every character has mastered one, I think. And then I was going to master more, but I was like, you know what? Let's save that for the full release of the game. But you can see here, like I have level 15 here, level 13 here. And once you get master, it allows you to basically boost experience into a different one. So you don't need to actually play with all of them. You could just boost them to get the skills that you want, which is kind of a good thing. But the game has just got so much like fun mechanics in it. Like I can't express how fun it is to grind in this game for me. Let's go ahead and leave and we'll come back in. And then I'm going to show you how I grind it. Although I'll be fair, I did not actually grind in this version. If you want, or in this dungeon, if you want to grind, you want to go to the dungeon where you get the Minotaur horn, which you need wisdom level 2 to get. Like there's this lady outside the igniter shop. If you're playing the demo, you know who I'm talking about. You basically want to go do her mission. And then when you go into that dungeon, there's enemies that go up to level 16. And they will level you up much faster. It's still, I probably grinded for 6 hours, honestly, like at least. Let's travel. So the demo probably does take roughly 6 hours to do. Let's go up here. So this game has a lot of good going for it. I've already done a video, I think it was yesterday, talking about my first impressions, but now I'm like, you know, I am like 8 times more time into the game than I did at that point. So I've got multiple party members. I've got lots of archetypes. I even, you know what I bought? Look at this. If you're in the game, you're going to know on my, let's go to the Seeker because I just like the Seeker also. I bought the 50,000 gold golden epi and I bought the 50,000 gold noble tuxedo. I might even bought multiple noble tuxedos. No, I just bought the one it looks like, but I did have enough money to buy another one if I wanted it. I still have 61,000. So this is I'm way overpowered for the demo. In fact, I don't have to do a single fight in this whole dungeon, because if you look at enemies, if you're at least 3 levels above enemies, they will turn blue. So if you're at level 12, these guys will turn blue, and then you don't even need to fight them. So you could choose just to go like boop, dead, boop, dead, or if you still want to, you can go squad mode here, and then you could fight them normally, right? You could do like a 2 different energy, you know, you could do your cool attacks, your fancy stuff. I actually don't even know if this counts as a physical attack. I think this is probably a magical attack, but you could do your cool stuff. I can come here. I could do you have your, yeah, you know, we've got good stuff. We're powerful right now, like no sweat. So like, because like I could defeat them that easily, you could also defeat them without spending resources. So if you want a video on how to actually grind, I might do that. But I wanted to just like talk about the demo in general now that I'm on the other side of it. The intro of it is very, very story focused, and the whole thing is story focused. But because I spent so much time basically grinding and stuff, I haven't had that much story in the second half of the demo. But I mean, I've just had so much fun. The combat system is, I think it's better than Persona in a ton of ways. Like, I can understand, it's different than Persona, but I think it's more tactical. Although I do like the guns from Persona. I think that's a really fun, like, little mechanic. It's not like vital to the game overall, but I think it's good. But this has a press turn icon system where if you played SMT like 5, you're going to be familiar with it, but it is different. It's almost identical, but it follows some slightly different rules where like I believe it's a few different rules, because like you could basically, the icon, you have 4 turns, basically 4 icons. If you exploit a weakness or if you pass, you will consume it only half an icon instead. But in a Persona, or sorry, in SMT, when you do it, I think there's a few actions, like if you have a half turn icon, you could like pass your turn and then not consume that half turn icon. I might be misremembering because it's been a while since I played it, but I feel like there was some slightly different rules, but for the like 95% plus, it's an identical system, which is honestly my favorite system of any combat, of any RPG of all time. I think it's really, really fun and tactical. It does make the game a little alpha focused in a lot of ways, but not as much as Persona, because Persona was all about knocking down enemies, exploiting weaknesses, then doing like all out attacks for a lot of it, or just trying to get extra turns. This game is a lot about just really, really wisely using your turns, you know, and you have a lot of flexibility in how you build your teams and stuff. But honestly, I could talk about this game all day. Point is, I just want everyone should download this demo. You should play it. The game's coming out in about 9 days, and let's take a look at some of the. If you're not aware, basically what is one of you go into equipment. The archetype is considered basically an equipment, but it's also like a persona, right? So you can see they're all specialized in their different stuff. They all get archetype skills, which are the skills they're going to get by leveling up passively. Inherited skills are skills you could bring in from your other archetypes, and it's actually a really, really cool system. If you go in and you like want to change the inherited skills of the Seeker, who I am, right? Once you learn a skill like this, let's say weak electric damage to one enemy, let's say I spend 500 mag on this, boom, there we go. Now it's permanently unlocked. So now I get like, all right, if I want that skill, I can just equip it. Or if I want Blizz, I can equip it. Sorry, wrong button. Blizz, I can equip it, all right? But now if I switch over to my Brawler, which I have been doing, you know, so now I'm the Brawler, switch over here. And now I want all the skills that I unlock are just permanently unlocked, right? So they're unlocked on a per character basis. So now I can have different skills inherited, and you'll get more inheritable skills as you rank up the character that is associated with it. Like the Seeker guy, I think is a high enough level now to basically allow you to do that. But I'm going to go back to the Seeker because that's who I like right now. But yeah, so you get inherent skills, which is very cool. And also there's a whole other system here with what am I doing? Get out of here. You got to go to equipment, I think. So yeah, there's the archetype, there's the inherited skills, and then there's the synthesis skills. Every archetype has its own synthesis skill, and they are based on your party. They take multiple turn icons to use, which is a very, very fun mechanic. I love this system. So, like, Rider of the Blade is a single heavy physical light attack to one enemy, but in order to use this, you need to use 2 turn icons. You only have 3, right? At least right now I only have 3, unless you get a 4th party member later, I don't know. But you have to use a Knight, a Healer, or a Commander lineage in your party to be able to have access to this skill. And you consume your turn icon and their turn icon, basically, to make this work. So they're very, very powerful skills, much more powerful than what you can normally do, but they have a big cost. However, they also have, if the MP cost also, like some of these ones, one of my favorite ones that I used all the time when I was grinding was this guy's Knight skill. Can I take a look here? The Warrior skill. The Round Slash deals weak physical damage to all enemies. It was just like the first AoE. This 14 MP comes from both characters, so you can quickly go through your resources really quick if you start using these. But this is what's really cool. If you're going up against like someone like zombies, right? If like in someone weak against light, if I use do I have a healer here? If I'm using like this here, weak light damage to all enemies or heavy light damage to one enemy, and I use 2 turn icons, but they are weak to it, I'll actually only consume 2 half turn icons instead. So yeah, it's like consuming 1 turn icon, but it's a little bit better than that because I don't know, it's arguable if it's better than that, but basically instead of consuming any of your turn icons entirely, you'll consume 2 of them by half. So very, very, the synthesis skills are such a fun system because they're going to push your team. These aren't skills that you can inherit or you can get any other way. You're going to need to have these style of characters in your party in order to have access to these skills, and they're very, very powerful. I mean, I'm sure they get much stronger and more crazy, but right, like for where I'm at in the game, these are insane. Hopefully they continue to scale and you get some really cool, interesting ones later. But yeah, between the archetype skills, the inherited skills, and the synthesis skills, like there's just a lot of a lot of interesting stuff I feel like about these characters. Also, all the archetypes have their own resistances, like this, and weaknesses and stats. So a lot of team building potential here. The weapons have like not all of them, but a lot of them will have some special effect. You know, I mean, there's obviously just the really good ones, but there'll be one that I think I have on her that's like I don't remember where it was, but it's like you have an equipment. It may not be the strongest equipment, but when being hit by when something hits you, that, oh, here we go, Foreman's jacket reduces damage taken from being hit by a weakness. So you can get ability, you can get weapons with skills and abilities. You can get accessories that have abilities attached to it. With, you know, sometimes they're just stats, sometimes they're stats, sometimes they're skills, sometimes they're interesting effects. There's just a lot of fun team building potential here, and that's kind of why I grinded, because I just wanted to have fun and try different things out, look at different things, and kind of see what, like, just really see what the game had to offer. And in doing so, I just over leveled to the moon basically for the demo. Like my characters are level 20 with level 20 ranked archetypes, which I think is well above where the demo. I don't think in the demo, I mean, here's the thing, they're not dumb. They know what they put in the demo. They know you can grind to this level, and they know that you'll be able, like, there's a reason they put $50,000 weapons and equipment, because they know that there's some players that will see that and be like, I'm going to go get that. And I was one of those players. I just really wanted to get that. And those weapons are insane, by the way. Like the weapons that you get here for the 50,000 ones, like if you look at the next strongest weapon I found is at 135 and 120. These are like good weapons. This one's at 200 with 2 additional stats of strength and magic. The attack on a weapon affects all your damage, right? It affects the damage of your normal attacks, affects the damage of your skills, and the damage of your magic. I believe it affects all of those things. There's a lot of tutorials and stuff, but obviously bigger number, better weapon, right? You don't need to think about it too much. But yeah, honestly, this demo has been absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to play this game more. Maybe I'll do I would like to do a guide on how to grind in this game, but I don't have access to the area where I actually grinded at anymore. So it's going to be hard to make content in the sense that once you leave an area, you can't just go back to there and show things, right? You can't be like, oh, here's where I went. Like, I have to do it while I'm doing it, basically. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you're looking forward to Metaphor ReFantazio. If you are or you're not, let me know why you are or why you are not in the comments. I'm kind of interested to hear what people have to say about the game, but I mean, I'm in love. Also, the voice actor for the main character is the voice actor of the male character protagonist in Honkai Star Rail. So I knew I recognized the voice from somewhere, but honestly, they're doing an incredible job. Absolutely, one of my favorite voice acting performances for a protagonist in a long time. Anyway, that's all, guys. Peace out. See you on the flip flops. Bye.